closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing, Cousins. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. That's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 23 yards to pick up there.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Cousins on 1st down. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. The Vikings sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Draw play. Cousins to Cook. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Cousins now from the 50. He'll get this complete to Errrrebody. And they're going to have it on 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
Cousins gives way to Cook. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Cousins now. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
Now Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
Greg Joseph on for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
Joseph's got it. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now a man in his 2nd season in a Cardinal uniform. Here's James Conner. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
Now Murray off play action. And this is caught. It's Brown. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the 1st half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
1st down, Murray. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have answered that early field goal to take a 1st quarter lead. Prater for the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
A big hitter to start the drive. for 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 49-yard line.
Throwing is Cousins. Shoves him away. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
35-yard line.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Vikings 3.
Cousins going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd and 2, Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins. Dalvin Cook now catches on back-to-back plays. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Rager catches it left side. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Again, it's Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jalen Rager, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have retaken the lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and And the lead is now 10-7. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
From the 31, Murray. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Pride. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his 2nd one.
Now a handoff to Chandler. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to the ground. This time Cook. Down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
To throw is Cousins. This ball complete to Rager. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. To throw, Cousins. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Greg Joseph for the Vikings field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
The kick by Joseph is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the 44, Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Now an end around as Cousins will just pop this forward. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 7.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either, so certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff coming left counter. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage and mixed traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Murray, escaping the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Murray now on 1st down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Snap comes to Murray at 1. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, a 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cardinals are an extra point away from taking the lead. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting him and by him going up and getting it.
Matt Prater to kick off for Arizona.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
2nd and 9.
On second down, Cook.
And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll send the tight end in motion. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now Cousins. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 28. Now Chandler, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Isaiah Simmons, boy, he can move all over the field, and he gets a tackle for loss there.
We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Cousins to throw it. He got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. From the red zone now, Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Dalvin Cook,
A 16-yard touchdown run.
and the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal in the first one. And the second time, they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
They start with a give to Connor. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Murray. He's got a man, complete. The 20.
And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They run behind center with Connor. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Well, come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Here's Murray. They'll roll him out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. Prater's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Vikings now to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith.
And the Cards are going to take possession of the football.
A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Touchdown! Zach Ertz. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cardinals have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Cardinals 24, Vikings 21.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Second and 10. At the 25.
Here's Cook again.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Now they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 38 yards. And the Vikings have yet again retaken the lead. Joseph now to have the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone. Their last opportunity, couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Vikings, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year.
And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks.
Sound like some superhero. Some black superheroes. Oh, yeah. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
You need a role like me. Military mind stated, and I keep in a degree. You can label me a Huey P. Made a martyr out of Martin, out of Malcolm, out of Mega. I refuse to let these dirty devils make Michael a beggar. A hero CEO, I will go Magneto for my people. Give me liberty or death, that is my credo, not my ego. Dressed in a tuxedo, into party, alter ego. Killed your leader in gazebo, did it for the people. Love what motivated, I did not do it for hatred. But I truly hate the devil, I cannot debate or fake it. I was asked a question and the asker thought it hard. If I was facing death and I could ask one thing of God, I would ask for every to be free here and abroad, and to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God, and to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God.
Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Our own kind took nip from us. Money still reading God we trust. Truthfully we envy, so why we so envious? And why our own kind envy us? Pac said it's hard, but we gotta keep our head up. Going even though we know we fed up. It's hella tension, cause we ain't careful where we all pay attention. I need all my real soldiers on the front line, fighting for the right, just one.